Hi, I'm Joe.
And I'm Serena.
Wait, no, sorry, I'm not married to that.
That was really stupid.
Let's try this one again.
Hi, I'm Joe.
And I'm Serena.
And this is Not Married to This.
Okay, Joe, my show's about to start. Hello. Joe, give me a hello.
Hello.
Oh my God, chills. I'm so excited.
I love that you creatively thought of that yourself.
Yeah, I know.
Hello.
I thought it was like a warm welcome for our listeners.
It is. It's nice. I like it.
Guys,
we're new. We're rebranded.
Welcome to Not Married to This. I'm Serena Pitt.
And I'm Joe Mobley.
And this is our new show.
Yes. We're excited. We're far from each other. We used to podcast right next to each other.
I know.
Now we're very far.
I think it's nice for my lumbar support, but I do miss you. You're like 2 feet away.
I actually feel much more comfortable now.
Oh.
I mean, I love sitting
rude.
next to you and sleeping next to you. But podcasting, like right on top of somebody's hip, is a little uncomfortable.
Totally. My chiropractor is going to be thrilled about this new setup, as am I.
When we signed with Unwell, I was seeing in some of the briefs Father Cooper. I was like, I didn't know Alex's dad was an active
he's really involved in the company.
Guy. Yeah.
Mr. Cooper. No, that's going to be the one and only Alex Cooper, and we're so excited to be part of the Unwell Network.
Yeah.
It really feels like the perfect fit at the perfect time. I know I keep saying that, but I really believe it.
I know, because this is the year of the fire horse.
Exactly, Joe.
And things are lining up the way that we hoped.
Oh my gosh. You just gave me chills.
I mean, unless nobody listens to this, then we have a problem.
No, cut that out. People are going to listen.
They are going to listen.
Guys,
positive energy only.
Positive energy for the year of the fire horse. For those of you that maybe don't know this, Joe and I met on Bachelor in Paradise about 5 years ago, and we have been married for about 3 years now. We podcasted.
What's crazy to me is that you actually have to read that off of a cue card. You don't. So just so you guys know, wait a minute. We met on Bachelor in Paradise. We've been married for 3 years. Serena still hasn't taken my last name, which is a little bit becoming. That's not an issue yet.
I know when I introduced myself at the top as Serena Pitt,
I
was like, whew. I was
like, that's right. You still don't have
not
my last
married
name.
to that last name. Actually, I am married to Pitt pretty hard right now, but I'm also married to you, Mr. Mobley.
When we do have kids eventually, hopefully I'm not 80 by the time we have kids, but when we have kids, they're going to take my last name. So it's going to be me, our kids, against you.
But like, don't you think because I immigrated to your country that maybe they should take my last name just to balance out the power dynamic in this relationship a little bit?
I don't think there's a power dynamic. I think we're playing on equal playing fields.
Well, we also podcasted together for 2.5 years.
Yeah.
So we do have a little experience in this department. But I think what we're really excited about for this specific podcast is to pull back the curtain and bring you guys into our world and our reality a little bit more.
Okay, but we have to actually pull back the curtain.
I know. I'm like sweating a little as I say that.
Your hands are drenched.
I know. Stop exposing me for my sweat problems. Are you excited to pull back the curtain and share more of our life with people?
Yeah, I feel like I'm pretty honest as is.
You're pretty open. I would say, actually, you're not that open on social media, but you're definitely less curated than I am. Like, you'll just take a video and throw it up there in 2 seconds span without thinking about it.
Yeah, I need to get better at just like posting more.
Yeah.
And just like being myself more.
Well, this is the perfect space to do so. And not only are we going to pull back the curtain on our lives, but we are also going to be sharing our opinions on our favorite reality TV moments, pop culture trends, and talking to hopefully some of our favorite reality TV stars who are giving us the best viral moments, which feels like constantly right now. Like, there's so many great reality shows on, like, all year round.
Yeah.
And there's just always something popping off and going viral on the internet. I also am excited for you, Joe, especially because on our old podcast, it was strictly Bachelor focused. However, Joe watched Love is Blind for the first time a few years ago and was constantly trying to talk about Love is Blind on this Bachelor podcast, which was obviously constantly getting cut out.
Well, I will.
Fairly so.
Yeah, rightfully so. But I will say Love is Blind was the first, like, moment or like realization I had watching another reality show, because I kind of only watched The Bachelor up until that point.
Yeah.
And people, when we would say, oh, we got engaged on Paradise, and people would be like, how long is that? Like 20 days. Everyone would be like, that's absolutely insane, right? And makes sense.
Yeah, it is.
when I watched Love is Blind, when I watch it, I think it is the most insane concept I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, they said, you know what? Let's up the stakes. You're going to get engaged. You can't see each other. You could totally hate the way each other looks. Then we're going to make you see each other for the first time. It's going to be really uncomfortable for everyone involved. And then we're going to make you get married. Could you imagine at the end of Paradise if they wanted us to get married? You probably would have done it, actually.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't.
You were obsessed with me. You were like, "Oh my God, I'm obsessed."
You were
with
obsessed
her.
with me. I would not have. You said I love you first.
I did.
I would not have gotten married, but I don't really consider myself a vain person.
Yes, you are a vain person.
Okay, fine.
I would actually say most people that go on reality dating shows are vain people, except maybe Love is Blind.
I cannot imagine getting like dating someone and not seeing them. I just don't I can't wrap my head around the concept.
Because the reality is what the show proves time and time again is love actually isn't blind.
Yeah,
because if they don't like the way each other looks, if they're not attracted to one another, it's game over.
And by the way, this is not a Love is Blind podcast.
No, we just are passionate.
It's a relationship reality podcast. So we're going to talk about everything, but not just Love is Blind.
Absolutely. But let's backtrack a little bit before we get into all these new reality shows that we can't wait to chat about. Let's move back into our OG reality show.
We did.
Where we met, what we talked about for a long time.
Yeah. So we were doing Bachelor Happy Hour, which was a Bachelor podcast that we did for 2.5 years. Mm-hmm. And we decided to leave because I just was like, I'm ready to go. Like, it was like when you could only talk about the show for that's it gets to a point where it's like, okay, I can't keep asking these contestants kind of the same questions. And I think it was our time. Like, I just felt like, all right, like at this point, I am the college kid. Well, actually, I'm the grown up at the high school party.
You're the grown adult man at the high school party.
Yeah, and I got to leave. It wasn't our podcast. Mm-hmm. So this one is.
Yeah.
So we're going to do whatever the fuck we want here. That was the nice thing about like meeting Matt and Alex for the first time, and they were really like, yeah, we like do whatever you want.
Yeah, the Unwell team.
We actually, it's on you. Like, we don't care.
Yeah, this is actually your job, so step up and perform.
Yeah.
In terms of working with your wife, I mean, we've been working together, husband and wife, for like 2.5 years. You got a couple more years at least.
Yeah, we've just never had that issue. I don't know if that's as much of a thing like in this generation as it was. I feel like when I was growing up.
What do you mean?
I guess when I was like growing up, it was like unheard of.
Back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day. It was kind of unheard of, like a husband and wife like working together. It wasn't,
Yeah, I guess it kind of goes against like the traditional family structure. Well, like I'm not staying at home with the kids. We don't even have kids, actually.
Yeah,
that's a whole other conversation.
Are we ever going to have kids?
Do you want to have kids?
I mean, I would have kids.
Guys, if you asked us 5 years ago, like when Joe and I met, where we would be now, 5 years later, it would probably be like living in a home with children.
You introduced yourself to me and said, I'm not going to continue this conversation if you are not willing to have kids.
No, I know.
And you don't want to have kids.
I was like on track to motherhood at a young age.
I mean, whatever. I mean,
it's not that I don't want to have kids, though. Don't put that fake news out there. My mom will actually like be listening to this, having a freak out in her car. Mom, I do want kids.
You're not ready.
I'm just not ready, and I think like.
But do you believe anyone's ever really ready?
Those Mormon wives seem to be ready when they were popping out 20 kids at 19 years old. But like, no, I think a lot of people are probably never ready. I think like vulnerably, I have, as I've gotten older and kids have now become the next stage of life for us. Like once we got married, I really felt this way after our wedding. I feel like I've developed a lot of fear surrounding pregnancy, motherhood, what that means for me, my identity, my career. Like, I don't know. I've gotten really like existential with it.
When you do,
I have a lot of fear around having kids now.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, like when you do see like a pregnant stomach, like when it's like.
Yeah, go on.
I'm ready.
Go on.
No,
Joe's like, I want one of those.
when you do see a pregnant stomach. No, I will say though, it does. It just looks like it looks so uncomfortable.
Totally.
It looks so uncomfortable, and there's a person like it, I like. It's when you like actually really sit there and think that there's another person in there, and then we talk about like aliens, right? From no. Listen, you're not listening to me.
I'm listening to you. I don't know if you're listening to yourself.
And what I'm saying is, I think that this is going to be very feminist of me.
Go crazy.
I
love
think
it when
the
you get
woman,
feminist.
I think the woman is like when you actually like study the woman, like it's an incredible species. And
Joe is actually blown away by the capabilities of the female body, and I love that.
I mean, but it is crazy. Like,
it is.
Like guys, the only thing that comes out of us is sperm. And
that's factual, and other things.
Pee and
anyway,
number 2.
Okay, thanks.
I don't like to
Thanks for clarifying that with the listeners.
Yeah,
I think that's important to know.
But like a person is, that's fucking wild.
Yeah,
that's
and I do
wild.
think you always say like, I'm ready to have kids whenever you are. Like you always say that. I think that you would feel differently if you had to grow it for 9 months and potentially like feel uncomfortable and like
sure, but I wouldn't have taken a hard stance of like I have to have kids.
Well,
like
at that time in my life, I was very much like the last thing I want is to end up with someone who doesn't want children, and that is something that I really knew I wanted at the time, and I still do want. And I think you came off very laissez-faire about kids.
Oh, nice. I like that. Laissez-faire. I did.
Yeah, you did. You did. You were very like, I could have them, I could not. So I was just trying to lock down like, hey, I'm not trying to like marry you and then...
Yeah, I'm just fucking with you. I'm not even ready to have kids.
Oh my God. What?
I'll take my time. No, there's no pressure. There's no pressure on me.
No, I don't feel pressure from you.
No.
But I mean, like, let's get this podcast up and running. This is our baby right now. Yeah. And then maybe we can move into like an apartment with a second bedroom, and then maybe we can talk about having kids.
I mean, if you get pregnant, I don't know if I'll even be able to, like, I'll be in the same room with you because I'll just be, it's so in awe of what's being created.
You won't even be able to look at me.
Your creation machine.
Today's segment is brought to you by Ashley.
This is our brand new studio hooked up by Ashley in the pieces. I love them.
We wanted to go for an elevated living room aesthetic for this studio, and Ashley really stepped up to help that vision come to life. The studio really feels like Joe and I's style. It's actually nicer than our current apartment. Like, I want to move into this studio instead of where we're living.
I mean, we put together a mood board, and when I say we, I mean, I kind of did, you know?
Joe has a particular taste.
This is very much like this color palette is at kind of both of our styles, don't you think?
I think it does a great job of combining our styles. And as newlyweds, you know, we moved into an apartment, but we are looking to hopefully move next year into something that feels a little bit more elevated, a little more mature. And I think we're definitely going to be picking pieces from Ashley.
I've said this before, but it is nice when we have similar taste. Don't you think?
Yeah, I think we have similar style.
We don't want bold colors. You don't want bold. I don't mind like a red piece.
No, you like pops of color. I'm more of a neutral aesthetic girly. Hence our studio. I mean, it's like warm tones, browns, greens, beiges. I love it.
I'm really excited when we do move to a bigger and new apartment to redesign it and use Ashley.
Yeah, and it's so fun to like combine our styles, do a little bit of what you love, a little of what I love, and make it really feel like a home. The Ashley pieces are so affordable, they're so durable, while also feeling really elevated and chic.
And you can wash them, which is key, because your hair sheds a lot, actually. It does.
It's
and if
hard.
we get a dog.
It's just being a girl, you know, it's hard. And they also have very reliable white glove delivery service, which is key in New York because we obviously don't have a car. So they're able to deliver the pieces to you and they will put them in the room of your choosing.
It's funny because we were just talking about last night how when it comes to just like putting furniture or building anything, I'm basically incapable.
You're useless.
Yeah. See, I mean, I wish I wasn't, but when I look at something that needs to be built or done yourself, I kind of just stare at it and I'm like, ugh, like I can't do this.
Well, thankfully, Ashley helped simplify the process of moving in and settling into married life.
Definitely.
We had an easy time picking out stuff for this studio when we looked through the Ashley catalog. I feel like we were on the same page of the things that we liked and we didn't.
I know. I liked a lot more than what they gave us. There was more I liked, actually.
Ashley, if you're listening, we want more.
We do.
Visit your local Ashley store or head to ashley.com to find your style. I want to talk to you about this like trending TikTok thing, and I want to get your take on it because I feel like you're going to have a strong opinion.
Okay.
Because when we were just at the it's like co-ed, right? It's girls and guys. We were the only married couple. And like if a girl needed something, if they were like, hey, Joe, can like you reach this for me? Or like, can you help me out with this? Like,
well, I cracked Alyssa's back.
You were the designated back cracker. You cracked a couple backs, you know?
I don't know why people trust me to crack their backs,
They
but I
should
do
not.
watch the back cracking videos on Instagram. Are a little they're addicting.
Yeah, hit up Joe on TaskRabbit. He'll come crack your
and that's
back.
like not my I don't like have a fetish. It's like not my fetish. It's not a fetish.
I don't think anyone's thinking that, but now they are for sure. Anyway,
that'd be a weird fetish.
Where I'm going with this is okay. So for example, like you were cracking some of the girls' backs, right?
Do you have a fetish?
I'm not going to reveal it here. That's for sure.
We'll talk about it later.
But if she had asked me permission, like, hey, do you mind if I ask Joe to do something for me? Because there was this debate online. Okay, there's like two parts to it. Let me explain it to you. So there was the borrow your husband debate, which was basically saying like, you should let me borrow your husband. It was this girl being like, my girlfriend should come over. We should drink wine. And then her husband can come and like build my dresser. And like, let me borrow your husband. And then there was this kind of flip side to it.
I mean, is the husband going to get paid?
No, it's a favor. It's family friend discount. There was this flip side to it where it was like this woman at the grocery store saying, if you want to use my husband, if you want to essentially borrow my husband, you need to ask me, his wife, out of respect. Like he's just not available to any of the ladies out there.
That's insane. If Alyssa asked me to crack her back, I would never look at you and say, honey, can I please do this?
And honestly,
I'd rather be dead. I'd rather be dead.
Yeah. Throw yourself into traffic. That's definitely a reasonable response. But it would actually make me so uncomfortable.
Oh
I'd
my
be like,
gosh.
we're actually going to have to cut
me.
cameras. Like that cannot be documented or seen publicly that he just asked me permission to do that.
Yeah, I would never do that. But also, I wouldn't like... What is this just like, oh, let me borrow your husband? How about fucking TaskRabbit? You ever heard of that?
This podcast is an ad for TaskRabbit. I think we mentioned it like 6 times.
I think people truly what they're doing, because I saw this trend, like you showed it to me, and we talk about relationship stuff on here because it's a relationship podcast as well.
Yeah.
Just wanted to throw that out
Reality
there.
Relationships.
I will say I do think people, and I think the Mormon wives have something to do with it. I think more people are trying to actually become swingers.
Yeah. It's like borrow your husband. It's like, oh, I'm one step away from soft swinging.
I'm one step away from fucking your husband, and like maybe you could fuck mine. That is what's happening.
It's like you borrow my husband, I'll borrow your husband, and then we'll have sex with each other. Is basically what they're saying.
So I've heard this. I don't know if it's true, but if there's an upside down pineapple somewhere on the front steps, that means the couple is into swinging.
No, that's a thing. That's a thing. Like if there's a welcome mat or there's a doorbell, my girlfriend actually has a pineapple tattoo that when she puts her arm down, it's upside down, like it's facing her. And she's like, honestly, I forget it's there, but like there's got to be people out there that think that I'm just like a poster child for swinging.
I think if one person has a pineapple tattoo, that just means they like pineapple, but
that's where you draw the line.
Well, no. What if you and I both were rocking pineapple tattoos on our arm, the same tattoo, then we're swinging.
That'd be sketchy for sure.
100%.
But I do think back to the borrow your husband thing. Like, if one of my single friends, like if Bridget was like, "Hey, I need Joe to hang this mirror for me. Do you want to come over and like I'll buy some beers and he can hang the mirror? Can I like borrow your husband?" I'd be like, "Of course," because that's community and that's friendship.
But what if I'm busy?
Well, you make yourself available.
And what if I was like, you know what? I'm going to call Eddie and be like, Ed, can you do me a favor? could I borrow Amanda to help me clean the house because my house is a mess?
No, see,
That's rude.
That's actually sexist.
Well, you're telling me I gotta hang something.
You know, the only thing that women can be borrowed for by other people's husbands is taking photos. Like if one of your single friends was like, yo, Serena, like I'm single, I need a hot photo for my Hinge, I'd be like, I'm the girl for you. Like I can hook you up with a fire Hinge profile and some good pics that are like not including any fishes, but I'm not going to be borrowed for anything else. Like what do you think this is?
I think friends could borrow friends because it's really just doing a favor for a friend.
Yeah.
But I think if it's like strangers borrowing like your husband or wife, I think that's weird.
Well, yeah, that's actually a whole different category of problem.
I do that. I do end up making things like a totally different category.
But do you think there's ever a situation where it makes sense for you to ask me permission if like a girl asked you for something or vice versa? Or do you think that's just like so not our marriage?
It's not our marriage.
It's
and
not
it
our
never
marriage.
will be.
But if that is someone's marriage out there and that's like the agreement that they have with each other, go off.
Yeah, I'm not judging. I just wouldn't be okay with it.
Like if a girl came up to you at the grocery store and like we were together and she didn't even look at me and she looked at you and was like, hey, excuse me, could you go get that off the top shelf for me? I'd be like, she was probably hitting on you, but like you could still help a girl out.
Well, if she said it like that.
Excuse me.
What was the line from
me.
Schitt's Creek yesterday?
Oh, David, are you a dirty peeping Tom?
that was like with the other one when she shows up to the door and she's like,
she's like, it's raining outside. I might need a place to sleep.
She goes, yeah, it's raining outside and my car's broken down and I may need a place to sleep.
I may need a place to lay my head.
So she's so funny.
Yeah, I'm so happy
Rest
we're
in
rewatching
peace.
Schitt's Creek. Oh, rest in peace.
Yeah,
I
Catherine
love her.
O'Hara.
I love her so much. That was a hard one. That was a hard loss.
I know.
We are rewatching Schitt's Creek right now, which has been so fun. What else are we watching?
We are watching, okay, so scripted wise, we did just see the movie Eternity, which I heard is like one of the #1 stream movies on streaming. And I told my mom to watch it, and she texted me this morning and said absolutely hated it.
Did she really?
Yeah.
Wait, that's so surprising. I would have thought your mom would like that.
Yeah, I thought it was so
My
good.
sister loved it.
And I thought Elizabeth Olsen, she's actually an incredible actor.
I'm surprised it stuck with you this much, to be honest, because when we were watching it, your enthusiasm level wasn't quite this high.
I thought like her acting was like, I actually believed that there was a 95-year-old woman in her body.
Yeah. Honestly, I thought the movie was really sad. Like, I don't know if I would watch it again.
I wouldn't
I
watch it
can't
again.
imagine being a
It's
widow.
no Devil Wears Prada.
It's no Devil Wears Prada. But it was really, really good, and I liked all the actors in it. And, like, visually, it was beautiful and creative concept.
We watched that. Scripted, yeah. I mean, Schitt's Creek we're rewatching, which is fun. I'm happy about that. We did that with, like, New Girl a couple years ago, and I had a great time.
Yeah. Highly recommend rewatching sitcoms.
We love watching TV.
We love watching TV. Like, that is why we're here, so that we can get paid to watch TV.
Reality, what are we watching? We have
Reality, there's
Summer
a lot
House.
going on.
I would say Summer House is probably like my favorite reality show.
Yeah, I think they do a really good job with it. And like, maybe we shouldn't declare that because we did skip a couple seasons in the middle because we started from the beginning to try to catch up to like whatever season it was that Lindsay and Carl were.
Can I explain to you why I like Summer House?
Oh my gosh. Of course, Joe.
Thank you.
Of course. I'm so sorry.
Why I like Summer House is because they do a really great job of making me excited about the summer.
Yeah.
And it's like, it comes out at the time of the year where it's just gray and cold and it's dark at 5 p.m. And I'm finally like, oh my God, you have just given me the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
And I'm now excited. Like I want to be like going to the gym, happier, healthier. But this season is a little darker.
This season does feel a little darker.
And I think it's because of the Kyle and Amanda, like, I don't know what's like it's not.
Well, you're watching the season knowing that they are divorced now or they're separated, which I think that the fans feel really good about from what we've seen. I do just think, honestly, they are both going to be so much happier. Like, they are both going to be so much happier not together. But I think
But they're also doing another show, too.
Yeah, they're doing In the City.
Which we had a call about. We were almost on that.
We were. So when
I don't know if we were almost on it, but we had a call.
When they were casting in the city, they had 3 different bundles of people, like 3 separate casts that they were looking at, and we were part of one of the casts, and they went with a different one, which makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, I honestly would have been surprised if we ended up on that show. But I do think In the City is going to air after Summer House, and that is where we're going to watch their
divorce?
separation come to be.
Well, are they separated or are they getting divorced?
What's the
difference? There's a big difference. Paperwork. And like if you and I separate,
yeah,
we're separate.
Okay. No, I guess people get separated and it's like trial separation.
Yeah, they're like working like we haven't been separated ever.
Well,
Let's separate.
They announced their breakup with a joint statement on January 19th. Saying like there's lots of love between them, they'll no longer be together. And then Amanda has expressed regret over not having a prenup. So I would imagine they are getting divorced because I don't think she's acknowledging her disappointment in not having a prenup if they are not actively like separating their shit.
I'm not going to lie. If you asked for a separation, I would say, why don't we just cut to the chase and get divorced?
Well, we're only 5 years into our marriage or 3 years into our marriage.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
Like, we don't have enough challenges that maybe talk to me again in like 30 years when we've got maybe
30,
some kids.
Yeah, 30 years. That's a long time from now.
But
Traders.
Moving on from our potential
Traders was great.
Divorce.
Traders was great. Rob did a really good job. Traders, my only issue with Traders is it kind of like it gets a little boring at the end.
Yeah, because by the very end, it starts to feel a little repetitive. They try to kind of reignite it with the like bringing in a new trader, like recruitment element, which I do think is fun. But yeah, I feel like the last few episodes, I'm like, all right, let's cut to the chase. Like, who won?
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Yeah, or like,
and you know who you want to win so clearly at that point.
Yeah.
So you're like, I kind of just want to see if this person wins or not.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm hooked on Traders. I'll watch it every season. I really want you to be on Traders.
I would love to be on Traders. The crazy thing is you could actually bet on Traders on Polymarket.
Hey guys, so Joe's a gambling addict.
Hey, I guess we're pulling back the curtain.
We're pulling back the curtain.
It's true. I am a gambling addict.
The rumors are true.
No, I'm not.
I'm just have a bit of a gambling problem.
I enjoy partaking
in risky behavior.
In gambling, but since you and I have been together, I'm up, which for a gambler is crazy, but I'm up money since we've been together.
I know, because I feel like I have positively influenced your decision making when it comes to gambling and when to start and when to stop.
That's why I will never let you go.
I love that. I love that our marriage is contingent on my ability to keep you gambling
forever.
well. Thank God. Well, Mr. Gambler, if you were going to make a bet, do you think the new Real Housewives of Rhode Island season is going to be a yay or a nay?
Oh, Ashley
Hot
I.
or flop? Ashley I from The Bachelorette's on it, or The Bachelor.
Which is, she wasn't either. She was never The Bachelor.
She was on The Bachelor.
Yeah.
And then she was on Paradise twice.
I will say, I like Ashley. I really like Ashley.
Yeah, Ashley Iconetti for those who are confused by the last name.
Like Jarrett. She doesn't give me housewife.
What gives you housewife?
Housewife is I'm pulling up to a restaurant in my blinged out G-Wagon, stepped out in like Fendi, puked all over me.
I think you nailed it.
When I think of housewives, that's more the vibe. Where Ashley isn't there. If anything, her and Jarrett are a little more conservative. I think she's great TV, and I think she's like, we've already seen clips where she's crying.
Yeah, if there's one thing Ashley is gonna do, it's gonna be cry.
Yeah,
I agree. I think that when I think of housewives, I think of like we're just starting to get versed in the housewife universe, and we've been watching Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, and I'm picturing like Jen Shaw, full glam, screaming in the streets.
Well, the crazy thing is about so we're watching Salt Lake City Housewives.
Yeah.
And we're on like episode 2, and I'm like, what does the woman married to the Utah football coach?
Yeah.
Is
Jen Shaw. That's her name.
I'm like, she has like 8 people working for her.
Yeah.
I'm like
Shaw. What does she call them? Like the Shaw Squad or whatever.
I'm like, what does she do?
Yeah.
And then
I honestly, I know the answer, so I'm just not saying anything, hoping that
I'm
you
being
don't,
ignored.
you just like move on from it. Because I knew if I said like, oh, you'll see or whatever, like you would immediately search it up. Anyway, you searched it up.
I searched it
anyway.
up and I'm like, yeah, this makes sense. She's actually in prison. This totally makes sense.
Yeah, no, I'm excited to get to that point in the season.
Yeah.
But it is interesting watching it back, kind of like knowing that, because I saw the news when it came out and you ended up searching it up like ASAP Rocky. And you're like, yeah, things are...
Like ASAP.
You didn't like that?
No.
Should I remove that from my vocabulary?
No, I like it.
ASAP Rocky.
I like ASAP Rocky.
Anyway, the season for Real Housewives of Rhode Island starts April 2nd. We will be watching. We got to support Ashley. I do think that she is a more down-to-earth person. She's definitely an emotional person. However, I don't see her as being very confrontational or conflict-driven. She strikes me as someone like when she gets into a fight with someone, she starts to cry, which is a lot of us. Like, we're just girls out here, and that's so many of us. The housewives are a different breed, so I'm curious to see how she does.
Yeah, I'm still surprised they haven't done Housewives of Chicago.
Well, they were casting for one.
I know, but it's just crazy. But I think it fell through.
Yeah, because we know some people that were talking
Yeah.
to them about potentially being a part of a Housewives of Chicago, and I really think that they should do one. I can name 2 people in your family right now that would be perfect for it.
Yeah, like my cousin Gia would be like
Your cousin Gia has so much untapped potential for reality television. Like, it pisses me off.
My cousin Gia, mark my words, would be the biggest housewife ever.
100%.
Ever.
She
ever
would be
to walk this
incredible.
earth, she would be the biggest. There's just no doubt about
She's
it.
meant for that life. And you know what? Your cousin Samantha would actually be pretty good as well.
Yeah,
I think.
but Gia's a different breed. Gia is she's a different breed.
It makes me like, it hurts my heart that she hasn't found her way onto reality television yet.
She will. I mean, hopefully somebody
year of the
nominates
fire
her from
horse.
this podcast, please.
Maybe this year, the year of the fire horse.
Maybe we'll interview her. Taylor Frankie Paul. We are now.
Yeah.
You know, we're coming from a solely Bachelor podcast, but we are still going to talk about the show.
Yes.
And maybe we have, a few people from that world on this podcast. But I am very this is the first time in a while that I'm really interested to see how they do this and where this goes.
I've watched all of the Mormon Wives. Joe's just catching up. He's watched 3, then we went back to 1. We're finishing up 2. And we're prepped and primed and ready for the new season of Mormon Wives and for Taylor Frankie Paul season of The Bachelorette, and we're really excited. Mormon Wives is just doing something that no show is doing right now, and that is aggressively breaking the fourth wall and talking about contracts, talking about the fact that like they're making a TV show while on the TV show.
What do we think?
I love it.
What do we think Taylor Frankie Paul got paid to be the Bachelorette?
Well, typically it used to be $100K, and I would imagine. Do you think it's gone down over the last few years or up?
Well, since I've been in that franchise, people just I've always heard different numbers. I've heard 75. I've heard up to 500.
Yeah.
Everyone lies. No one tells the truth.
People that say like I wouldn't do it for less than $1 million.
My guess is I would say the average person probably got 80.
You think?
Yeah.
I think 100.
I would say, okay, fine, 80 to 100. I would think it was probably...
Really?
Because I don't think anyone's... I would have done it for free.
And they know that. And
Yeah,
that's
I would be like, I'll do this for free because I will get brand deals that will cover that for sure.
The thing is, Taylor Frankie Paul is not doing it for free. There's no chance. I would say, I don't know, if we're just taking like a random guess, I'm going to go $500,000.
I would say, yeah. I would say that's what I think too.
Yeah. I feel like the franchise is hoping that she can kind of revive what's been going and bring the show back to life. Do you think she can do that?
Yeah, I think they're going to. There's always been so much online of like, you got to do this, 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 you got to do this.
Oh my goodness.
And I just
like people saying to the Bachelor franchise, like, this is what needs to be done.
Yeah, and then I think they like slowly rebrand and do things, but I just think for like Taylor Frankie Paul, you just really have to let her be her.
Mm-hmm.
And I do think there's something in like we could like switch up the dates a little bit. Like we don't always need a helicopter date. But that's me. I don't know if the audience like still wants that.
I know. I think it's hard because I do think that the OG audience loves that familiarity of Bachelor Mansion, the helicopter dates, the yacht dates, like all of the horseback riding, the princess date, like what they know and get excited to see every year and what is very much at the core of the show. But I think it's like this battle of like, are you guys trying to maintain your old audience? Are you trying to bring in a new audience? And like, where's that middle ground where you can maybe appease both groups? And is that even possible?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
I'm excited to watch.
Me too.
No matter what, it's going to be really interesting. Like the first episode is going to be big. People are going to be tuning in because they're going to be curious. I think the best thing that viewers can be about a show is curious. We also have, this is like so off brand for you, and I kind of too, because we are reality TV people, but Survivor 50, you've never watched Survivor, but I think that we should watch it because it's going to be a really big season.
Well, I have watched Survivor. We started at season 11, and it is my brother. I'm like, okay, we want to start watching. My brother loves Survivor.
Yeah.
He's like, you need to go back, start at season 11. Trust me. Season 11 is so old. It's like I'm watching, like it's like on VHS.
Jeff
like,
Probst is a pixel in every single scene.
This is so old, but I will watch season 50. Would you ever do it?
I don't think so. I'm more like meant to like survive at 4 seasons, you know?
Would you consider it?
I just like, nothing about it appeals to me.
Okay.
Unless they were going to pay me like,
you
a
win
lot
$1
of
million
money.
if you win.
You win $1 million, yeah, for sure. But like the odds of winning, like Joe, you don't get anything. Like you're brushing your teeth with a stick.
I mean, we can't win a fucking goddamn.
Literally.
So
like how am I supposed to win Survivor?
We have no chance in Survivor. Yeah, it'd be a total waste of time, but I would do it.
But Suri, who was on Traders,
yeah,
and then Mike White, who is the creator of White Lotus,
yeah, I know.
Ned Schneebly from School of Rock.
This is why I would do Survivor. Talk about like people doing things for the wrong reason. I would do Survivor
just to get on Traders
in the hope that Mike White watches my season and says I like him, and then cast me as just a small role in White Lotus.
Well, he does that. You know that,
and that's why I would do it.
No, but do you know every season of White Lotus, there's a cameo of people from his season of Survivor.
I know. I've done my research. That's why I said I would. This is why I would do it.
I think that is a wrong reason, but also a right reason. You know,
Thank you.
I don't think anyone's going to judge you for that.
Thank you.
I think I'm on board with that as well.
Thank you.
Okay, well, we're watching a lot. We got a lot more to catch up on, a lot coming our way for TV. I think before we part ways with our listeners, not each other, because we're going to go back to our home after this together.
We live and work together.
We live and work together.
And it's possible, people. It is possible. It's only once a week, but it's possible.
It's possible for now. We'll see how it goes. Let's make a couple predictions that we can post on our social media and things that we think are going to happen in 2026. And then for our listeners, you guys can go check out our predictions on our social media on Not Married to This Pod on Instagram.
This is the only thing I didn't prep for.
I know. We said we were going to
and I'm terrible at
prep
making
for
predictions.
this, but we didn't. So this is truly on the spot, and we'll see how it goes.
All right.
Go follow us at Not Married to This Pod on Instagram, Not Married to This on TikTok, and you guys can tell us what your predictions are
and
for
on
2026.
YouTube.
And on YouTube.
Yeah, we're on YouTube now.
You can watch us. We can be in your living room, face to face with you.
We have one YouTube watcher for sure, and that's my father because he lives on YouTube.
Your dad does live on YouTube.
He loves YouTube.
Every time I try to go over, he's like,
it.
Serena, come down here. I want to show you this thing on YouTube.
So true. All right, let's go. What are the predictions?
Okay. The first one is, who do you think is going to be on Dancing with the Stars? One person.
I mean, boring, but Taylor Frankie Paul.
I know. That would kind of be mine too, but I feel like I should pick someone different than you.
Okay.
Mark Ballas was on Traders this season.
Mark Ballas is a dancer.
No. That's he's definitely going to be on Dancing with the Stars.
Well, not necessarily. Not if he doesn't want to do it.
I wonder if there's anyone, maybe Rob from Love Island.
I would say Rob if he wants to do it.
Because they haven't had a Love Island US person on Dancing with the Stars yet, have they?
Yeah, Dylan Efron.
Dylan Efron wasn't on Love Island.
No, but he was on Traders.
Yes, but I'm saying Love Island.
Oh, no.
Okay, so maybe he is the trailblazer
Yeah.
for the Love Island to Dance with the Stars pipeline.
I was actually shocked. I thought after that Love Island season, the first one that we watched, they were going to cast Leah on Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah, but they were filming, they did like a follow-up show after that season, remember? Where they followed them to LA and like apparently it was really depressing. It was just how like fame like ruins people basically and makes everyone depressed.
Sad.
Next prediction, 2 reality stars from different dating shows date. I think that someone's going to date a Nader sister. I don't know which one of them are single, but maybe like one of Taylor Frankie Paul's guys from The Bachelor ends up dating a Nader sister.
Okay.
I think there's potential there because I think Hulu is kind of building out this multiverse and there's like a lot of crossover events happening and opportunities for people to meet each other.
Okay.
What do you think? Who do you think are two reality stars from different dating shows that might date?
Yeah, see, like this is horrible for me. So I'm gonna say
Joe's like, I'm suffering so bad right now. This is your podcast, man. Like you signed up for this section.
I'm in so much pain. I'm gonna go Dakota.
Great. I love that. There's
Yeah.
a good chance he ends up dating someone.
Yeah, he's gonna date someone.
Taylor Frankie Paul.
Dakota, yes, yeah,
Two reality stars because they're from different dating shows now.
yeah, truly.
Okay, most likely to surprise us with a pregnancy.
You,
Don't. No. It'd be a surprise to me too. We would be surprised by that pregnancy also.
yeah.
No, don't go me.
I'm going you. I just did. I
Serena
can't
Pitt.
take back my prediction. This isn't multiple predictions.
Every year, Joe and I say we'll do pregnancy next year, so 2027, it's our year.
Yeah, but like you could potentially get pregnant in December.
I'm trying to think. Surprise us with a pregnancy.
Who? But like
I'm
it
trying to
has to
think.
be a surprise.
I know. Well, surprise is hard because to me, a surprise means like they're not like together.
Yeah.
It's like
Surprise.
surprise. Maybe we just saw Jenna and Val last night, and they have the cutest 3-year-old son. Maybe they'll have another baby.
Okay.
Next Housewives franchise location to be announced. I mean,
Chicago.
I think Chicago for
I
you.
actually can't like if can I be part of production? Like I don't understand how they don't have a Chicago one.
Yeah. No,
Like
I
it's the
think that's
biggest
a good
it's the
point.
biggest city in the Midwest.
Yeah.
And there's so many characters.
And there's so many, I think, people that watch Bravo in the Midwest.
Yeah. Like I think it's a no-brainer.
Well, if you're going to go Chicago, I'm going to go Toronto. Because I actually do think
I think Toronto would
a
be
Toronto one is good. I feel like Toronto's like hot right now because Heated Rivalry. I don't know if you've heard of it, but it's a show about these two gay hockey players who fall in
good.
love.
That you've watched. How many times have you watched that?
Only twice.
Okay.
And I actually haven't even read the books. So like on a scale, I'm not even like falling on the high end.
No, that's not that crazy. Like I've seen episodes of Curb Your Enthusiasm. Like I've seen like there's multiple episodes I've probably watched like 12 times.
Okay, so yes, Real Housewives of Toronto.
Our producer just told us it happened and it flopped. Serena, how does that make you feel?
Damn.
How does
You
that
know
make
what?
you
I'm
feel?
so Canadian proud and I love Toronto so much. I think they're going to bring it back. I think
Wow.
they'll bring it back. I think like there's always a chance. Look at New York. Here's the thing, like I'm at a disadvantage for this prediction because like I didn't grow up in this country. So like I'm trying to think of like American cities and I'm also trying to think of American cities that don't already have a Real Housewife situation.
San Diego.
Oh, do they not have one?
I don't
San
think so.
Diego, done. I'm going with that. There's like
Done.
7 million Bachelor people in San Diego right now. Okay. Coachella predictions.
What does that even
Just
mean?
like general predictions, like something like a take on how you think Coachella is going to be this year.
I think Justin Bieber's going to do a performance in his boxers.
I think actually, yeah, you're probably right. I think that Coachella is going to get outshined by Stagecoach again this
You've
year.
never been to Coachella.
No, never. I'm not a big music festival girl as much as I love concerts and music. There's a lot of logistics involved. Like unless I can go, not to sound like a brat, but unless I can go like VIP
Say it.
plus
Say it
plus
with your
plus,
chest.
I don't want to like commute 5 hours to the festival every day and then like walk around and pay like $30 for like a Red Bull, vodka, soda, whatever.
There's nothing wrong with that. I could not agree more. I would not go to Coachella unless I wasn't VIP plus plus plus.
Yeah.
Because it's just too much.
Yeah.
I do really want to go to the Masters this year though.
I know. You told me that the other day.
I do.
I know. It's Joe's 40th birthday in April, so
That's my gift.
and it's the weekend of the Masters. So he originally didn't want anything, and now he wants something that's incredibly hard for me to execute. But we're gonna do everything.
I think
we
you
can.
could do it.
If anyone's listening that can get me and Joe to the Masters for his 40th birthday,
I think you could do it.
Last-
I think that's a podcast.
last prediction,
We have one more?
just one more.
All right.
Mormon wife breakup.
I'm trying to end the podcast. We're done.
No, we're
Podcast
not
is over.
done.
Podcast
Stay
is
in your
over.
seat. We're not leaving until the routine is clean. Mormon wives breakup. Who do you think's breaking up this year? I'm gonna go Taylor and Dakota again,
Who's gonna break up this year?
even though they're not together right now. I think they'll get back together, and I think they'll break up.
Oh, I think Jesse and the guy she's with.
Oh, yeah. Are they're together right now?
I think they ended it together.
They
but
did.
That would kind of be.
What's her husband's
No offense.
name?
Like,
Jesse and
I don't
Jordan?
know. I don't know
Yeah.
either of them. Like, you guys are probably going to make it. But
Yeah,
like,
we're not rooting for any breakups,
Yeah.
just to be clear. We're not rooting for marriages to end.
But like, if I were to take it, I mean, it seemed like they were a little on the rocks season 3, so that would be the most, logical.
They were going through a tough time.
Yeah.
Well, we'll stay tuned and see what happens in season 4. Guys, that was our first episode of Not Married to This.
What do you think? How do you think we did?
Crushed it.
I think so,
Literally
too.
incredible. We're going to win an Emmy this year. Move over Amy Poehler.
If we won an Emmy, that would be sick.
Yeah, that would be sick. Well, we will be back every single week. So you can find us here at Not Married to This with Serena and Joe. You can also find us on Instagram, Not Married to This Pod, YouTube, Not Married to This, TikTok, Not Married to This.
And we love the name, Not Married to This.
Yeah, as you can tell.
We have to do, I know we're rapping, but we do have to do like something that if we do have guests on this podcast, like something that they're not married to.
Yeah, definitely.
Right?
Is there something you're not married to?
Something I'm not married to. Tucking in the bed sheets.
Let's circle back, actually. I'm going to let you think on that one for another week.
I'm not married to tucking in the bed sheets.
Tucking in the veggies. Yeah, I know. Joe's not a good bed maker. I am married to making the bed.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. It's been a while since we've done a podcast, a few months, and we love doing it. So hope everyone stays tuned.
Yeah, we're
Bye.
so excited to be here. Thanks for joining us. Bye.